And he said, "You're not Tim Shadbolt, are you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm a Vietnam vet, and every time I was in Vietnam and read about you bastards from the PYM," he said, "I've always thought if I ever bump into one of you, I'll beat the shit out of you, you know?" And it was the one time in my life I was really glad to be handcuffed. Another, of course, then it evolved after the Vietnam War. We split up, as I said. Some people lived on communes, some people went up, all sorts of different religious things were happening. And the next big event, I think, that brought us all together was the Springbok Tour in 1981. And all the old radicals had to dust off their bloody placards and go out to the street again. And for me, I know a lot, and these are very serious issues, of course, but what I always loved about protest is you get a lot of humour as well. And the first protest of the Springbok Tour was at Gisborne. And of course, no one in Gisborne wanted to protest because they'd all bought tickets for the game. So there were 200 of us came down from Auckland with these rickety old buses. And we got dropped off at this golf course. And of course none of us knew what to do, so we milled around. Most of us had never been to Gisborne before, and it was the first match of the Springbok Tour. So we had a meeting, we always have meetings, and we elected Donna Awatere to be our leader. And all right, I know it sounds funny now, but at the time we thought, well, her old man ran the Mary Battalion, she should know what to do, you know. I think she's had a few other problems since then, but anyway, she was really staunch, and she got hold of the megaphone. She said, "Right, this is what we're going to do, everyone. We're going to line up, the whole 200 of us in a row, and we're going to charge across this golf course, and we're going to smash our way through the 800 cops. Then we're going to rip down the 10-foot high barbed wire fence. Then we're going to smash our way through the 27,000 rugby fans, and we're going to occupy the grounds." And I looked around at these 200 skinny hippie student types and thought, shit, I don't know if I like the sound of this plan very much. And oh, well, you got to be staunch, you know. So we lined up in a row and the whole 200 of us charged straight at this line of cops. And we all got a bloody good hiding, and we know. But there was one guy that actually made it. His name was Lett. And he was a little wee skinny guy, and that's how I reckon he made it. He owned an art gallery in Auckland at the time called the Lett Galleries, and he was the president of the AAA, Artists Against Apartheid, they were called. And when the two lines crashed into each other, because he was so short, he just ducked under the cop's legs, popped out the other side, ball-vaulted over this fence, and then just zigzagged his way down through the crowd, and the next thing he was running out to that footy field, and he looked around to see how many of us were behind him, and there was nobody. And he thought, oh fuck, I'm going to die. But I'll be New Zealand's first political martyr, and my last words on this earth will be, stop the tour! But his brain became so scrambled with fear that instead he yelled out, what's the score? And of course they saw the AAA on his t-shirt and they thought, shit, this guy's got a serious drinking problem. And they said, it's okay, mate, the game hasn't started yet. And they threw him back into the crowd, and he was the only Kiwi protester in New Zealand to protest against the match and see the game as well. So it was a bloody happy. Thank you very much, everyone.